What up, brawlers? Welcome back to Throwin Hands. It is I, Jakob Janoski. And yes, I did not intend to I did, but I didn't realize at the time. I do have a Colby Covington-esque haircut. But Breck, how are you doing?
Good. I don't have a Colby Covington-esque haircut, so I think I'm winning. You know,
You are. But we're going to see who's winning on this fight card. We'll start with the featured prelim, Angela Hill versus Ashley Yoder. Hill heavily favored in this fight. She's lost her last two very, very close fights. One to Michelle Watterson. It's slipping my name, the last one. But
oh, I can't. Claudia
Claudia Gadela.
Gadella, yeah, Claudia Gadella.
And then Ashley Yoder, an Iridium sports person. I'm sure we'll get her on the show sometime soon. But interesting fight here. I think Angela Hill gets the job done. I think she's going to find her way back into the win column here. I just don't see Yoder standing with Hill. What are your thoughts on this one?
This is the second time they fought. Hill beat Yoder back in 2017, unanimous decision. And like you said, I think Hill wins this one too. Even though she's lost her last two fights, a lot of people thought she won her last two fights, which would have put her on a 5-fight win streak. And Angela Hill has just been getting better. She only started training MMA I think she was like 29, so she's only been in the game for 6 or 7 years compared to other UFC athletes. That's a very short amount of time, and she just looks better and better in each fight. And yeah, like you said, on the feet, you got to favor Hill
for sure. So predictions: I'm taking Hill, third round knockout. What do you say?
I'll go second round knockout Hill.
Ooh, all right. To the first bout of the main card, we have your boy Eric Anders. Had him on the show. Really nice guy. He had a bad weight cut last time. He had to pull back out in sometime in November or December, I think. He got a lot of criticism for that. Then we have the dentist, Darren Stewart, who's looking to drill somebody. So this is a good fight. I think this is a great fight to open up the main card with a solid middleweight bout. Two guys on the outside looking in of the top 15. What's your thoughts on this one? It's a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one. Anders is 2-3 in his last five, and Stewart's 3-2 in his last five. So, pretty even. These guys. It's a good matchup by the bookmakers, and I would just have to favor Stewart in this one, considering how his last loss was a split decision to Kevin Holland, who has turned into a top contender in the division with 5 straight wins. And I think Stewart takes this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my boy Eric Anders, man. I think he gets done by decision. All right, to the next bout: Manel Kopp versus Matthias Nicolau. Nicolau coming back from Brave. He got cut from the UFC for some reason, or he just left. But Manel Kopp coming from Ryzen, very, very promising career ahead of him, I think. I went a recent decision loss to Alexandra Pantoja about 5 weeks ago. So he's coming back quick, and I think Nicolau's trying to get back into it. Good fight here. Nicolau's really interesting. He's good mix of striking and grappling, and Manel Kopp, great striker. This is something to watch out for. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, we were talking about it before a little bit, but Nicolau was in the UFC after competing in the Ultimate Fighter Brazil, and then had about 2 or 3 fights in the UFC, was released in 2018, fought outside the UFC, and now he's back. Like you said, this is a great matchup, and you can't really hold it against Kopp in his first fight, losing to a killer in Alexander Pantoja. So, stylistically, this is a really even fight, really good fight, but I'm gonna go with Kopp in this one. I think he gets a bounce back win after a loss to Pantoja.
Yeah, I think so too. Manel Kopp came in late as a late replacement in that fight, if I remember correctly. So this is a great opportunity for him to come in, get a nice win, and just get the ball rolling on his UFC career. But Nicolau's no slouch on the ground. I think if this goes to ground, there's going to be a lot of problems. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. It's not showing that one. But next up is Jonathan Martinez versus Davey Grant. Interesting fight. I'm amazed this is on the main card and not Yoder versus Hill, but I digress. Interesting fight for the 35ers. What do you think about this one?
Um, yeah, doing the research on this one, Martinez is definitely favors of striking with 7 KO wins, and Grant has 8 submission wins. So it's going to be a tale of, if Grant can survive on the feet and take him down, you would favor Grant to submit him. But then, Grant's got to survive on the feet and not get knocked out by Martinez. So it's one of those, interesting matchups. Who wins, the striker or the grappler? And to me, it's pretty even. Both guys have similar records. In their last 5, they're both above 500. But I don't know how you feel. I would favor Grant in the matchup. I think Grant's going to know just to avoid striking with Martinez, take him down and submit him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to submit him necessarily, but I think he'll try to take control of the octagon real quickly.
Keep him on the ground,
Yeah, get him on the fence. Don't close the distance quickly, because I think Martinez, he has some decent power inside him, so it might take only a couple shots to get him down to the ground. And these odds are terrible. I don't get why Martinez is a minus 335 favorite. Terrible odds. Bet Grant if you're going to bet on this fight. I got Grant by submission.
Yeah, I'm going to go Grant submission as well. He's got, 8 submission wins in his career now. I think he'll add a 9th.
Yeah, the Brick will get it done, mate. So shout out Matt Drabble. Dang, none of these fights are pulling up. Okay, Dan Ige versus Gavin Tucker. This is an exciting fight. Gavin Tucker, he has been active the past 2 years, but this is like his 3rd fight within the past 8 months or something like that. He's getting back into the game, and Dan Ige fighting for the first time since he fought Calvin Kattar, if I'm not mistaken. So this is something to watch out for. Dan Ige is a great judo player. Gavin Tucker has great grappling, but they both like to strike too. So this is going to be a fight great fight anywhere it goes. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, like I said before, I think this is fight of the night, potential. I think this is going to get a bonus for Uncle Dana. But like you said, anywhere this fight goes is going to be, I think, awesome. It goes to the ground. Both guys are good on the ground. And I mean, in terms of striking, they're both great and both have been, improving in every fight since. Even though Dan Ige lost to Calvin Kattar, took a lot of, the guy has a great chin, took a lot of shots. And, 6-1 in his last 7. Gavin Tucker's 4-1 in his last 5. So, like I said, these guys are just getting better and better with more cage time, and it's so close to call. It's so close to call in this one. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, it's close for me, and the odds say it itself. It's Dan Ige is negative 152, minus 152 rather, and Tucker's plus 125. So this is a fight to look out for, and it could be very well be fight of the night. But predictions. This is a big step up for Gavin Tucker. I mean, this is a huge step up for him. If he wins, I mean, I've always thought he has potential, but, he's always hurt. So if he can avoid injury and win this fight, that'll be great for him. So I'm going to take Danny Ige in this one. I think he gets done by decision. What do you think?
Gavin Tucker trains out of Titans MMA. That's the Farasa Hobby Camp, right?
I think so. Let me look.
Am I wrong on that one?
Let me see. I don't think so. No.
No? Am I wrong? I was just getting Canadians.
TriStar. That's TriStar.
Yeah, I was getting the Canadians mixed up there. But it's so close to call. But I'll go Tucker via split decision. I think it's going to be an unbelievably close fight.
I think it's going to be an unbelievable fight in general. All right. Good fight here. Misha, Kirkunov versus Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann, he's a fantastic fighter. Although he did lose to Johnny Walker, he still does have a lot of potential, I believe, in this division. He's young. He's a decent striker. Yeah, he has submitted people in the past before. And same with Kirkunov. I think they're both fairly similar. Spann's a little longer, but I think I'm not saying this will be fight of the night, but I think this will be pretty entertaining no matter where it goes. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, Span in his last 9 fights is 8-1, and that one loss came to Johnny Walker, who was, bouncing back off some losses, and a really, freak athlete. And Johnny Walker is not a bad loss to have, but yeah, it's looking into Kirkinov was really interesting. Like 2-3 in his last, you know, 5 fights going back to 2017. He lost to one of those losses was to Glover Teixeira, so you're like, oh, that's a good loss. But then he beat Jimmy Crute in 2019, who we think and a lot of people think Jimmy Crute has a big future in the heavyweight division and or light heavyweight division. Is Jimmy Crute's a heavyweight, right?
He's a
Um,
light heavyweight.
light heavyweight, light heavyweight. I pulled a Joe Rogan there, Jan Blachowicz. He fighting middleweight all those years.
He fought at middleweight all these years.
I never fought middleweight, Joe.
I never fought middleweight. I was always at 93 kg.
Polish. We don't fight middleweight in Poland.
We are all heavyweights. We all chop down trees with fist.
Yeah, but it seems like both guys really, if you look in their wins, they both win by submission a lot. So I think it'll be pretty even on the ground, and I think it'll be who's better on the feet. And I think, like you said, you have to favor Span.
Yep. All right, predictions. I think Span gets the win here. I got him by submission. I'm gonna be honest. What do you think?
I think Kirkinov is really good on the ground, so I don't think he'll submit him. I think Span TKO 3rd round.
Ooh, okay. I like it. All right. Finally. After nearly 2 years out of the game, Leon Rocky Edwards is back in the game. He was supposed to fight Smish Chimaev, but we got Bilal, remember the name, Muhammad, stepping up. I think this is the perfect fight for Leon Edwards to get back into. Bilal Muhammad is a tough opponent. Great cardio. Probably second best in the division behind Colby Covington when it comes to cardio. But Leon Edwards, he has bricks for hands. I mean, geez, his proportions aren't crazy, but he'll knock you out. That's all I got to say. But if he has to drag it out, he'll drag it out. Both these guys are complacent with dragging it out. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, both guys. This is an unbelievable fight. To replace the Chimaev fight, which was also a great fight. But if this is pretty good considering the circumstances of Chimaev. But both guys coming off huge winning streaks. Edwards 8 fight. Edwards' last loss was to Usman in 2015. Think about that. That's a long time ago. And I mean, if you watch that fight, he was, doing well in some spots against Usman. So you could definitely make the case with a win here. Edwards could be in title contention. But like you said, Leon Edwards, as a fighter, like he's good. He's not great in one area, but he's good in every area. You know what I mean? Like he's well-rounded on the ground and striking, and he just puts you in constant pressure. And in terms of defense, like I got a little nugget here. Second fewest strikes absorbed at welterweight in the whole division. So I mean, he doesn't get hit that much. Like his boxing defense is unbelievable. And Bilal Muhammad's got some wins over some. Diego Lima's a good win, but he hasn't fought quite the names that Edwards has fought. So I just think the step up in competition will be a little too much for him, and it's his first main event ever, Muhammad.
Yeah, but
so it's going to be a really close, good fight. Like I think Bilal Muhammad is improving too with each fight, but it's just hard to not favor Edwards despite the ring rust.
Yeah, it's tough. And, looking at French Montana right there, I mean, who knows? Who knows? All right. So Daniel sent over his prediction. He'll be back soon, I'm sure. But he got Leon Edwards by KO. Screw it. Ring rust. I'm going Bilal Muhammad by decision. What do you have to say?
It's a gutsy call. I like it. I just think first main event, big step up competition. It'll be close. I'm gonna go Edwards split decision.
Ooh, that's a good one too. I like that. I don't see Edwards knocking him out. I mean,
I think it's gonna be a close fight.
Yeah, I think people are looking over this. It's gonna be a really good fight, like a really good fight.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be fight of the night. I still think Ige Tucker's fight of the night, but it's got potential to be a good fight.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right, to some discussion. Tony Ferguson versus Beneil Dariush. As Joey Diaz would say, that's the fight to make. That's the fight to make. Great fight. What were your thoughts on this one, man?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. It's definitely the step up in competition that Dariush deserves coming off. I think he's like a 5-fight win streak.
Yeah.
And you just hope that Tony wouldn't fight one of those top 2 or 3 guys in his next fight coming off 2 really brutal losses. Just the damage he took in those last 2 fights, you wonder if he'll ever be the same. But this is a really interesting fight stylistically, and I don't know how you feel, but like watching, Dariush, a lot of the times it reminds you of like a younger Tony Ferguson where he's taking a lot of damage and then he comes back to like knock a guy out. Like you think of that spinning back fist.
Yeah, and that thing against Drakkar Close.
Yeah, where he got rocked and then he rocked Close and it spawned that reaction from DC and Rogan and Anik. That's legendary. But it's a really interesting fight. I really hope Tony gets the win. It's the fact that Tony Ferguson took the Justin Gaethje fight when he really didn't have to. He could have just waited for Khabib, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of, sidetracked his championship belt, you know what I mean? I really hope Tony can look better in this fight. And I don't know, like, I hope Tony is training like more defensively in his camp, he's taken so much shots over the years. That was always his thing. Like, I could eat all these shots and still knock you out or submit you, but it's proven to take its toll. And see a revamped fighter.
Yeah, and I just hope Tony doesn't go bald for this fight because that was kind of freaky.
Yeah,
I mean, he looked like he was from another planet.
It still amazes me in his last 2 fights. Like the damage he took from Gaethje was amazing, but the armbar is the more amazing. Like 99 people out of 100 tap. You know what I mean?
I think that's a bigger 999 people out of 1,000 people tap.
It could even be more. It could be like, you know what I mean? Like
9,999 people out of 10,000.
Yeah, exactly. A little Django there.
Django.
Django reference, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a really good fight by the bookmakers, and I think what's Dariush ranked after his last couple of
9, I think.
9. Yeah, it's a good spot for Tony. It's good that they didn't give him a top 3 or 4 guy right away.
Yeah, for sure. Although I do wish Tony Ferguson would have waited. Ooh, okay. So MMA Junkie finally brought back the matchup wire.
Oh yeah.
So we got Jared Gooden versus Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov at 260. That's a good one. Damn.
How about
we got the PFL lineup for the first one for the week 3.
Yeah.
We got Verdun versus Fajeda, Harrison versus Moraes, Azia versus Moel, Fabian versus Sanchez. That's a good main card.
Yeah, it is. Also, what we could talk about. Kyle Dawkins, do you see that fight got booked against, I can't even pronounce that guy's name. That is a ridiculous name. He's fighting a bear, if you look. The guy is like a bear.
Oh, let me look. I just found this out the other day. Zabit's brother is exactly my age.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Aliashkab Kazirev.
Yeah, bro, that guy is scary looking, bro.
That dude is big.
He's a bear, bro. That guy. That's an interesting fight.
He looks like my friend's boyfriend. That's kind of freaky. I was sad when I saw that Paul Craig and Jamal Hill were taken off.
Yeah, that was a sad news.
Jamal Hill got a lot of potential in this division.
Yeah, definitely. I love Paul Craig though, the Bear Jew. I don't know if you saw too, like the on Twitter I put it in, like Jamal Hill put like a Photoshop of William Wallace getting like decapitated, and it was Paul Craig on the bottom and
Yeah.
Jamal Hill swinging the sword.
Wasn't that a Braveheart reference?
Yeah, it was a good Braveheart reference by Jamal Hill.
The bear Jew. That's hilarious. Marab is fighting Cody Stamen. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah,
very good fight.
I'm a big Marab guy. You know, he fights out of the Serra-Longo. Well, now it's just the Longo camp because Matt Serra's done. But yeah, I don't know how you feel about all that, but like the more time goes on, I'm getting a little more upset with Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, like why don't you want Matt Serra in your corner?
He's been in all your corners, like your whole, you know what I mean? Like, and he was in the corner up until like a few weeks before, and then he said you're not in the corner. So what's up with that? That's a little.
I don't know, man. The belt should be vacated, and they should do a rematch for the belt.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that. You know, it's interesting.
Ooh, Joel Alvarez versus Christos Giagos. That's a pretty good fight.
Yep.
So Christos Giagos has fought both Herbert Burns and what's his face, Charles Oliveira before and lost to both of them before they became like big. Like, what a run! What a run! Oh, one has an Empower All Women's card, like an all women's card. I think it's the Atom Weight Grand Prix, and then the strawweight title. So that's going to be a good one. Oh, Sean Woodson, Yusuf Salah. Great fight right there. What else we got? Derek Lewis is going to wait for Gon. Well, he wants to fight Gon, I guess.
I know Derek Lewis is awesome. He just knocks everybody out, but I don't love that fight stylistically with Derek Lewis.
I don't like any of the fights stylistically ahead of him in the division.
No, it's funny. Like the Ngannou rematch is obviously down the road, which is something we want to see. But I think that could actually be a good matchup for him because if whoever lands first could win.
Die.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever lands first head is rolling into next week.
Murder.
Murder. That's what Derek Lewis fights are like. There's just like it's like watching an Amanda Nunes fight. Murder. Who is calling out Nunes this week?
Juliana Pena.
Juliana Pena. Oh my God. Like she cut a great promo about like why she should fight, and she's like, "I'll just out wrestle her." It's like, okay, we'll just watch another murder.
I loved how she's like, she doesn't want to fight me. I'm like, yeah, because you're not good.
Even if
you got subbed by Jermaine Durandamy.
I know that's a bad loss. Jermaine Durandamy is not great on the ground.
I said so. Ariel Helwani interviewed her, and I put down there, if you got subbed by Jermaine Durandamy, whose grappling is almost purely defensive, I'm not going to take you seriously.
Yeah, it's just like Nunes by murder. That's what the Nunes fight should be called from now on. It's like watching a young Mike Tyson just go to the ring, knock a guy out in 30 seconds, be done.
I can see Bruce Buffer and the winner by murder. I want to see Derek Lewis throw up a leg triangle and submit somebody.
I don't know. Maybe he'll surprise us one day with something like that.
What if he I don't know, freaking omoplata's Ngannou or something?
That'd be interesting. It's like Derek Lewis is the most baffling MMA. If you showed an MMA purist like MMA like moves and skills being applied to Derek Lewis, it doesn't make sense. Like he's in these horrendous positions where he's on the bottom, and all of a sudden he's just like, Derek Lewis, get up now, go. You know what I mean? Like
something was burning on the stove and he just got up.
He just gets up out of these unbelievably, like he's in a Kimura getting his arm broken, and he's like, no, I'll get up. He gets up and then knocks the guy out. It's unbelievable.
Like when he was fighting Alexei Oleinik. Oleinik had him in that scarf hold choke, and then he just gets up.
He just gets up. Like, how do you just get up? You know what I mean? Like, unbelievable.
Oh, he's so funny. I'd love to see Derek Lewis pull out a submission sometime. Yeah. A leg triangle would be hilarious. I'm an all-American wrestler. Dude, but Juliana Pena is also ranked 6th.
I know that was in a word troubling. It was troubling.
Like if Kunitskaya said something, I'd be like, all right, she fought once for the belt. Maybe she's on a 2-fight win streak, but Pena, you lost to Jermaine Durandamy by submission.
Yeah, it's like we talked about it last week, but like Nunez Shevchenko is the only fight that really draws any buzz
Or
like
Triple C.
or Triple C.
I hate how some people are like legitimately saying she needs to fight a man. I'm like, that wouldn't go well. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, it's interesting though.
Did you see the Darren Till interview with Helwani?
Yeah, that was. I ain't afraid of no man in this world outside of Yoel Romero, and then he starts immediately going like talking crap on Yoel Romero.
Yeah, I told my wife her breath stinks when she punched me, and then she hit me with a straight right. Wait, you have a wife? Yeah, my wife is Mike Petty.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that. That's a big card for AFC. The first ABC card was Holloway, Cater, which turned out to be
awesome.
A fight of the year for me right now.
My fight of the year is Rivera and Munoz.
That's a good shout. But Till Vettori is going to be. I don't know how you feel. That's going to be another great fight.
This card is nuts.
It's a great card. Yeah.
You got Mike Petty and Daniel Rodriguez opening up the card. And then you got Ansarov Dern. That's a good fight. You have Marquez and Alvey. Shout out Julian Marquez. You're my man. Kyle Dawkins and that bear. But Sadiq Yusuf and Arnold Allen, dude. Bro.
It's just going to the main event quickly is it's interesting. Like you could make the case whoever wins that main event, they're gonna definitely get a number one contender shot against Rob probably, or
if it's bad enough, I think they could get a title shot.
Yeah, exactly. If Rob Costa doesn't, the winner of that doesn't get an immediate title shot, yeah, one of these guys definitely will. And then I've been saying this, and it's just like you look at how Blachowicz beat Adesanya, and did you see that thing with Khabib where he's like, "You understand why you won?" And he's like, "Wrestling his power,
control."
It's like I think, but like I have a friend that I, back home that I talk a lot of MMA with, and he's Italian, so he always talks up Vettori, and like that's the game plan to beat Adesanya. And if you look at any guy in the division, like who's a better wrestler, ground and pound style than Vettori? I don't know about anybody,
No, but you have Darren Till. He doesn't want to get on the ground.
That's true.
He has great takedown defense.
He does.
Although Bobby Knuckles did take him down, but the striking set that up. Bobby Knuckles came in with a great game plan.
That's true, and also Darren tore his knee up with that oblique kick from Rob in the second round. So you wonder how much the takedowns in the later rounds were because of the banged up knee.
I hope Darren Till just obliterates Vettori so we can get that title fight between Adesanya and Till.
I'm like Switzerland in this one. I want both guys to win, but you're kind of right. I'm favoring Till. Just the build up to the fight online alone is worth how many pay-per-view buys.
I can't think of the photoshops that'll come out of Darren Till's Twitter account.
Like people say Izzy's the best. It's not close. Darren Till's the king. Like Darren Till, his free time is spent on the internet just harassing, trolling people. It's unbelievable.
I showed you the video Monday of him trolling Vittori.
Yeah.
With it's a corona.
It's a corona.
It's a corona. Darren Till. I can't believe he's a dad. That's kind of crazy.
I love how he's not afraid of any man but Yoel Romero.
I mean, I don't blame him.
It's so sad that we never got to see it. You know what I mean?
You would have Romero going, Darren, I love you.
I love
you. I mean,
see you soon, boy.
See you soon, boy. And then
anything in your life you can do. Anything. Go.
We
Dirty
interviewed
bucks.
we
Dirty
interviewed
bucks.
we interviewed the guy who did that interview with
Yeah.
Yoel. Dude, I love Phil Murphy. Shout out Phil Murphy, by the way.
Was he like just terrified?
Oh, we didn't ask him about it. I'm pissed that we
Oh,
didn't.
come on. That would have been great. You should have asked him how terrified he was when he's doing like the go, go. You know, like the you can achieve anything in life. Like he takes off his glasses and stares like directly into his soul. You're like, that's the most terrifying thing ever.
Daniel and I were talking about this one time. Back alley. Who's the last person you want to see from the UFC?
That's a good question. I probably Ngannou.
Yoel Romero for me.
Yoel Romero, yeah, he's not in the UFC now, but you're right.
Because Yoel Romero is just gonna ankle pick me.
Yeah, Yoel Romero's up there. I always wonder too. You know how Yoel Romero had that, neck? I think he had a big neck surgery, and you just wonder if, like, because of that, he couldn't wrestle as much as he'd like to. Like, imagine a prime Yoel Romero, like a 27, because like, if you look at his career, he only started when he was like 35 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like late 30s. So like, can you imagine a young 26, 27, 28-year-old Yoel Romero? He would have been champ. He would have been champ and ruling for like a decade.
Yeah.
Because he could have been using his wrestling, you know what I mean? Like way more, not relying on just the deity boxing, but
like that.
yeah.
I can't wait for the Grand Prix in Bellator.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's just like I get so upset every time I hear the name Bellator. I don't know how you feel.
I mean, Scott Coker probably signed that kid who beat up that Oklahoma football player.
Yeah, probably 5 years ago.
Or that guy who went 0-22 or whatever that was.
Yeah. Dude, that's funny you talking about that guy who went 0-22. If you look, there's like a thread on Twitter I saw like a week back of like people who got their start in MMA and like their first opponents were like future legends. Like there was a guy who only fought 2 MMA fights and like it was like Junior Dos Santos and Alistair Overeem, and he got
it was Rampage and Shogun, I think.
Yeah, like 2 like Shogun who like 2 legends. 2 like and when he fought them, they were young. They were, they had the speed and power. It's like imagine getting into the sport and your first fight is, like GSP and Anderson Silva. Like, oh, I don't like this too much.
I'm trying to find the guy. What was his name?
Yeah, I can't think of it off the top.
Yeah, I'm finding it right now because now I'm gonna be like, well. Oh, one guy. This one guy, Marco Bermudez. It's not the same guy. His only loss, his only fight ever was against Quentin.
Yeah, that's
unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. That's the only way to describe it.
Here it is. Kenneth Williams. He lost to both Chuck Liddell and Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, wow. And that's a fast hands, power puncher Chuck Liddell, not old Chuck Liddell.
Like Tito Ortiz 3.
If anybody out there listening doesn't follow Borrachina Depot on Twitter, he is doing the God's work. He posts like Tito Ortiz clips every other day of just Tito Ortiz being, like the mayor in wherever in county in California.
Yeah.
Or like random Tito clips from the past. And you're just like, Tito Ortiz could possibly be the dumbest human being alive.
I also want to shout out Mick Dojo on Instagram. That's a great account. It's like the fake martial artists.
Yeah.
That will take you down with a stick if you have like a rocket launcher or whatever it is. Great account. I just saw. I can't believe I hadn't followed Borrachina Depot yet.
Dude, it's one of the best accounts. Just the Tito Ortiz threads that he posts are unbelievable. Like the Huntington Beach is the name. Like he'll post threads of the Zoom meeting of like the Huntington Beach City Council. And like, it'll just be Tito shouting at like 6 other board members. It's so funny.
Danny and I thought about doing a breakdown of his first meeting.
That would be great. I would tune in for that.
But I just want to get back to Darren Till. Like it's so perfect. Like he doesn't tweet much, but what he puts out is fantastic.
Yeah, he's the best. Like I said, he's the best.
Darren Till, I want a shirt.
Mm.
I need a shirt. Darren, if you're listening,
Raw dog.
raw dog.
Free sponsor. He'll just sponsor. He'll wear the raw dog apparel every episode.
I just really want one. I really want. I can't. So his manager shut it down apparently, which stinks.
He'll be back.
And even when John Anik breathes, he has to announce P3.
I'm Modelo, the official. Yeah.
The official drink of the UFC.
Official drink of the UFC. Official protein snack of the UFC.
Huh. Oh man. There's something else I wanted to bring up. Like there was something funny that I saw. Oh, are you subscribed to Mype Sports on YouTube?
Mike Sports.
MYPE. Like they have some of the best videos on YouTube. It's absolutely hilarious.
No, I'm not.
Like let me share some recent titles. Tony Ferguson, the philosopher. Piotr Jan being confused. Stuff like that. Blachowicz having Polish power. The greatest MMA minds ever. And it's like Tito Ortiz and stuff like that. I'll text it to you. It might be my favorite YouTube channel because it's absolutely hilarious. Dude. Man. Well, I'll text it to you right now. All right. Well, that's all I got, man. Do you have anything else?
No, I got nothing. Just excited for the fights tomorrow.
Yeah, I am too. All right, that'll do it for us here. Catch us Tuesday for the review of Fight Night, Edwards vs. Muhammad.